Marrakesh, a wild, crazy, and vibrant city with the actress Lorraine Bracco, a wild, crazy, and wonderful woman.
This is gonna be like one big schnickerdoodle.
We're gonna make couscous and tagines and amazing Moroccan breads. And through this amazing food, we're gonna learn the spice of life. I'm here in the beautiful city of Marrakech, Morocco, in northern Africa. I've come to visit Peggy Marcal, who takes people on cooking adventures all over the world. She doesn't have a cooking school. What she does is she finds really great local cooks and puts together a program of taking people to visit the country and to spend time with local cooks. I'm joined by my friend, the actress Lorraine Bracco, who loves Morocco, loves Moroccan food, and jumped at the chance to come back and learn to cook it.
This is maybe my 30th time back in Morocco, and I feel like I'm coming home. It's an unbelievable, magical country with beautiful people who are kind and caring, and it's just feeding my soul to be here and appreciate that again.
Peggy's going to introduce us to a number of local chefs. We're going to go up into the Atlas Mountains to a traditional Berber village. Lorraine is going to learn how to make couscous from scratch. And finally, we're going to spend time with a great local cook named Baija. Baija has a repository of Moroccan dishes in her head and in her hands. Baija will show us how to prepare a chicken tagine, the classic Moroccan dish. We're going to make a chicken pastilla, which is the most luxurious stuffed pastry. I'm going to make a variety of traditional Moroccan breads. And finally, Lorraine is going to learn how to make fresh couscous, which we'll cook up with vegetables. Peggy likes to take all of her students to her favorite spice merchant because spice is such an important part of the Moroccan kitchen.
Bonjour, Majid.
Bonjour.
This is Majid.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
We came here particularly because we know that you're the favorite spice shop from Baija. And these ladies have a list of things they'd like.
The spice shop is a little bit of heaven. The aroma in here is heady, intoxicating, overwhelming. It's like inhaling Morocco to be inside this spice shop.
Oh my God, look how gorgeous that is.
That is beautiful. Lorraine and I have come to buy the spices for the tagines and the couscous that we're cooking.
Do you have orange blossom water?
Yes.
Vous l'avez ça?
Oui, du Marrakech.
Oh la la. Oh my God. Woo, that's
intense.
Beautiful.
Now you just need your Ras Al Hanout.
Okay.
And you'll be set.
Ras Al Hanout literally translates as top of the shop. What it is a combination of the best spices that any merchant has in the shop. There can be dozens of different spices added to the mixture, and each merchant has his own unique blend. That is beautiful.
Merci bien.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. La shukran ala wajib. Welcome.
Lorraine and I are here at Janine Thompsona, the hotel where Peggy Marcal holds her cooking classes. We're meeting Baija in the courtyard to begin our first dish. So what are you going to teach us today?
If you are here in Morocco, in your first day, the woman prepare for you chicken tagine with preserved lemon.
Lorraine and I are going to learn to make tagine, which is really the everyday food of Morocco. The tagine is actually named for the vessel in which it's cooked, this conical vessel, which is an ingenious way of cooking because it concentrates the heat.
We need sliced onion, please, because we need to marinate the onion with chicken. I use my hand because here in Morocco, the secret for the tagine is in the hand.
The secret for the tagine is in the hand.
Your hand gives the flavor. Now you put the chicken. Now 3 teaspoons ginger powder and 1/2 black pepper.
And just put it all over?
Yes, please. 2. Now saffron, please. Before to use the saffron, toast it before and you crush in your hand. Comme ça. Now we need 3 cloves garlic, coriander or cilantro. And now you marinate with your hand, please.
Okay, I'm going in.
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite dishes, so I am going to love this up.
You put the onion
Under.
We need
This is my favorite part.
preserved lemon.
Preserved lemons are the classic condiment that you will find in every Moroccan kitchen. And they seem like they're hard to make. Nothing could be easier. Basically, all you do is quarter the lemons, cover them in salt, put them in a jar, add a few herbs if you want to, close the jar up, and leave it to sit for a few days, and you've got preserved lemons.
Okay, and just to be, horrible, can we put some more of that lemon in here?
You prefer? I love it. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. My mouth is watering.
Now you put your tagine and the charcoal close to tagine.
Oh my God, it can't be done quick enough.
Yes.
I can't believe we have to wait.
While the tagine cooks, Peggy is taking me on a wild trip to a Berber village in the Atlas Mountains, while Lorraine will continue cooking with Baija. We're going to Kasbah Tubkal in the village of Imlil, high up in the Atlas Mountains, and the only way to get there is to ride mules. Most of the people who go to Kasbah Tubkal are hikers, and it's a wonderful place to discover the cuisine of the Berbers, who are the indigenous tribal people of northern Africa. Their food is a mixture of Mediterranean, African, and Arab influences, and it's really delicious.
This is Kasbah Tubkal. The reason it's called Tubkal is because we have the highest mountain, which is called Tubkal, right behind us. And it's around 13,000 feet.
Peggy's brought me up here to meet Chef Omar Arami, who's going to prepare the lamb tagine, which is the specialty of this particular village.
So you're going to show us your favorite tagine from the mountains here.
Yeah, your favorite tagine.
Now, is this a traditional tagine, or is this something you invented?
No, this is the traditional tagine in mountain.
And so this is lamb and figs
And walnuts. Yeah, exactly.
Everything about this lamb tagine is very similar to the chicken tagine that we made with Baija. The difference is that everything that goes into this, the lamb, the figs, and the walnuts, are all harvested from the surrounding mountains. Oh, look how beautiful. No tagine I've ever had has tasted as good as this one because I'm eating this tagine in this place and it just feels right. Baija and Peggy are now going to show Lorraine how to make a pastilla, the most exotic chicken pie ever created.
We make the warqa.
And this is like a phyllo dough?
And this is made by hand, and it's paper thin. And the reason I love warqa to work with is it's so much easier than phyllo, and you don't have to brush it with butter.
I cook 1 kilo for the chicken for 20 minutes.
And look what a beautiful
Now
chicken
this
it
is-
made.
yeah.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
We cook now 12 eggs in this sauce.
This is the broth that the chicken was cooked in. So, Baija, can I take the meat off the chicken?
Yes, please.
You really use your hands a lot in Moroccan cooking, don't you?
Yes. Now we put coriander and parsley.
Like that?
That was good. Now, this is going to give it sort of a fresh flavor. now.
Right.
Now your chicken need sugar and cinnamon.
We're used to this with toast, not chicken, right?
And now almond.
This is pre-Cuisinart. This is primitive cooking, Lorraine.
I feel like Fred Flintstone.
Now sugar, cinnamon, and orange flower, water. You put just a little. Good. We make now the pliage for the pastilla. We put 5 warqa.
Okay,
That's good. We put chicken first.
here we come.
Good. Now, isu powder with cinnamon and more sugar.
Ah,
And eggs.
finally, my masterpiece.
Now cinnamon, more sugar, more butter.
My God, this is gonna be delicious. Put it in the middle and we spread it again.
Now put eggs.
To glue it.
To bind it, because then we're going to put on another few layers.
She's tucking.
Allez-y.
You can do it.
C'est comme si vous faites un lit.
Oui.
Très très bien.
Beautiful job, Lorraine.
I've made a lot of beds in my life.
So now it's ready to go in the oven. Lorraine, I know you've been here quite a lot. Have you eaten pastilla?
Is it possible that they used to make this with not chicken but with pigeon?
Yes. and
Then
they
I've
also-
had that.
Oh my God, Lorraine, look what you made. It's gorgeous.
So what are you guys up to?
Ruth, look what Lorraine did.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, look how beautiful! Oh, I love when you turn it for me.
Now is sugar.
This is gonna be like one big schnickerdoodle.
We serve with the milk for the decoration, and we serve very very hot.
Okay, bye.
Surrounding Janaine Thompsona is a traditional Moroccan garden which is called an arsat. Gary Martin is a very famous ethnobiologist who's been working to revive these ancient gardens all over Marrakech. He also happens to be married to the woman who owns Janaine Thompsona. Gary's going to take me to look at their gardens, the one that he thinks is most representative of this particular region. One of the things that interests me about this is I'm used to seeing raised beds. These look more like sunken beds.
These are sunken beds, and for a very particular reason, because you can see the water flowing in here. It's coming down these canals. And then you see how they're irrigating? They're notching open an individual bed. The water flows in, and as soon as that bed has enough water, you close it off again.
It's a really ingenious system that they can channel the water exactly where it needs to go. And apparently this has been done here in Morocco for hundreds and hundreds of years.
If you look up, we've got fantastic palm trees. They give shade, they give a little bit of cooling in the summertime. And then at the middle level, you see things like mulberry trees. You also have other fruit trees here, like jujubes, orange trees. And then on the lower level are all the vegetable crops.
Gary grows all kinds of vegetables, and Baija cooks with almost all of these in the school.
You've got, for example, here celery, over there parsley, Peruvian ground cherries, kailan, Chinese broccoli over there, artichokes, tomatoes. And these are all the different things that come from all over the world. That tradition of bringing things has been going on forever. Morocco is a real crossroads of people coming from east to west. It's the ultimate of mixed field agriculture. Rotation is a key part of the food production cycle here. It totally fools the insects. We spray no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides. We leave it completely natural and organic.
You really get the sense, walking through this garden, that you're looking into ancient food history. Lorraine has snuck off on her own to learn how to make the most basic of Moroccan foods, couscous from scratch. Lorraine's going to be learning from Fatna, a local village lady who teaches people the art of hand-rolled couscous. Najma, a local ethnobiologist, has come along to translate.
So tell me what we're doing.
This is ground up wheat. You have to add some water to make it into what couscous actually looks like, which is little
balls. Okay. And this is not the couscous we get in the box in the States.
No.
Couscous is the single dish that most people think of when they think of Morocco. Most people think of it as a grain, but in fact, couscous is a pasta. It's made from semolina, which is wheat, but it is a manufactured product. It is not something that you just get from nature.
So why are we adding the flour?
Because that's what makes the couscous. It has to be the combination of all three things.
The water, the wheat, and the flour.
That's correct. This is how she gets the big pieces out. You have to do it a couple of times to make sure that you get the thin out and also the thick. This is the leftovers.
Okay.
Which she then will make into the burkouch, which is different than couscous.
So everything is used, nothing is wasted.
So she said, yeah, we are gonna go and cook it. And then they oil it with olive oil. She says, help her.
It's so hot!
She said the point of putting the oil in is so that it stays separate, so that it doesn't become
one
like
lump.
Yeah, exactly. After this process, you have to dry it.
Oh my God, this is a several-day process to make. It's so beautiful and shiny. It's beautiful.
She says it looks very good. It's one of the better ones she's made.
She's just flattering me. Thank you. It was so lovely.
Bread is a very important part of Moroccan cuisine. Peggy has introduced me to a talented baker who's going to show me how they do it.
The common ingredients that we need to bake a bread normally is flour, yeast, salt, and water.
So what's the first bread we're going to make?
Wheat bread. Fennel seeds add the flavor, and they are also very good for the health. They are healing.
They're healing.
Yes.
This is pretty much a watch what I do and copy my motions.
Not so good, huh?
She says that you are perfect.
I'm perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
made
think
it very
so.
good.
Okay, so that goes to rise, okay? And what is this bread called?
Barley bread.
What is the nigella for?
Nigella, it is wonderful. They are very good for digestive system.
The important thing about this particular bread is they're using organic flour that's been milled right here. It's really good flour. So if you use really good flour, they'll be lovely, simple breads. This is kind of a mess here.
Exactly,
and now we're going to bake it?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. We're baking these breads in 3 different ways. One is in the oven on the hot stones. The other is like a griddle, really. The last one, we're going to cook right against the walls of the oven. Even though the fire itself is covered, I'm a little scared to put my hand down into this oven. This is not as hot as that oven. That oven was really hot. I mean, these are very simple breads that you don't really need an earthen oven. You could cook these in an ordinary oven. They won't taste quite as good. But if you use really good flour, they'll be lovely breads. Using this lovely couscous that Lorraine just made, Baja's going to show us her own personal variation that involves using dozens of Gary's vegetables.
We move the couscous here in the plate. Put just a little of the salt, vegetable oil, and you put now water.
So you just put some water until it's absorbed enough so that it won't fall through the holes in the steamer.
And we prepare the sauce. We need half teacup olive oil. Now 2 sliced onion. Okay, now 3 teaspoons ginger and 1 black pepper, saffron. Now fresh tomato and tomato paste. Now parsley, coriander in bouquet.
This is really easy because there's so little chopping. So this is really a kind of vegetable stew.
Look now your semolina. She absorbs the water. And now we move the semolina with hand. After the sauce is boiling, we put semolina in the couscousier and we steam for the first cooking. After 10 minutes, you look, the couscous is steaming, you leave 20 minutes more.
The couscous is made in many steps. We have to dump it out and run our hands through very, very hot couscous. Each time that the couscous gets dumped out, it gets more water added to it and plumped up again. So it's getting fluffier and fluffier each time.
Well done.
Now you put argan oil with your semolina.
It feels totally different. It's very fluffy.
We serve just the vegetables. And faya.
Faya is a kind of onion jam that's made by cooking onions down with raisins, sugar, saffron, and a little bit of cinnamon. Eaten with all of these vegetables, it's going to add a richness and a sweetness.
You serve your couscous quickly, very hot. The secret is in the big plate with family.
Why that's so fantastic is that no matter where anybody's sitting, they have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We're finally ready to eat all this wonderful food. We're joined by some of Peggy's close friends in the courtyard of Janaine Thompsona, and we're looking forward to a fabulous meal.
So can we all just pay a little attention to all of this food that we have made with such heart and passion and help? Bon appetit. Cheers.
Delicious.
Yeah.
It's really good. Really good.
Being here in Morocco, I've learned so much. From these extraordinary cooks, I've learned how to use my hands when I'm cooking. And the importance of time. I've learned to slow down. But mostly, I've learned about a whole range of spices that I really didn't know before. And I'll be using them not just in tagines and couscous, but in absolutely everything that I cook.
Hello,